says he's like a pesky fly that Ignite Cheyenne can't seem to get rid of. If you're tired of him, head on over to our website, IgniteCheyenne.com, and sign up to do a talk for Ignite Cheyenne 4. Today, he's going to talk to you about home canning. The truth is, I think Jeff just really likes being the center of attention. Okay, not really. He really does want you to come and deliver a talk yourself. So, let's give it up for Jeff. Where is he? Oh, that was kind of freaky.
Thank you. Okay, like Julia had said, I'm pretty tough to get rid of. So today I was going to talk to you about home canning. It's a hobby that I've relatively recently picked up and wanted to give you all the basics on how it works and where it came from. So, to start off, we're going to talk about where we're going here. We're going to start off with some history of canning, how you can can at home, the things you'll need, all you want to know about acid without a bad trip, how not to kill your friends and neighbors, or former friends and neighbors, you'll turn them into. And here's all the things you can. On here on the left, jams, jellies, salsa, relish, baby food. On the right, camels. You cannot can camels. Cheeseburgers, you cannot can cheeseburgers. Heath Schroyer, you can't can him. Okay, so what is canning? It's preserving food by processing and sealing in an airtight container. Developed by Nicholas Appert in 1810. Guy was kind of a Frenchman, as you can see from the picture, and obviously really old. So, Napoleon came out and said 12,000 francs cash for an effective means to preserve food while he was trying to take over the world, because you can't take over the world on an empty stomach, and everybody knows that. So, used to be a symbol of wealth because they made cans from iron, took about 6 hours to cook, and every can was expensive. They were closed off with some lead soda material, so that'll help you. Right now, it's obviously more mechanized. We use steel cans. Took the canning time down from 6 hours to about 30 minutes. Obviously a lot faster. Things started to get cheaper. So, now, a lot of the canning advances came during wartime because they needed to move food quickly and couldn't really stand with it spoiling. A lot of the soldiers in World War I were fed, like Mary Rose said, trash, and they got tired of it. So, how can you do this at home, and why should you? If you grow your own vegetables in the backyard, you can obviously increase your returns over tenfold. You can cut out the middleman. You know what's in your food. So what do you need to get started? Mason jars, the magnet on a stick, a stock pot, canning blue book, which I'll talk more about later, a rack for your jars, and some place to cook your canned goods in. And the magnet on a stick, if you don't believe, is the most important thing on that list. So, high or low acid. You're going to need stuff with a pH of 4.6 or less, which is mostly tomatoes, pickled vegetables with a lot of vinegar and fruits, because you'll need a pressure canner otherwise. And this is why. This little guy right here is botulism. It will give you all those nasty symptoms and could end up killing you. Boiling water will kill the bacteria, but the spores can live on, and that's why you would need a higher pressure cooker. So, to get started, you're going to need to wash your jars, select your favorite recipe from the Mason Canning Blue Book, and select the time when your housemates are gone so you can make a mess like that and not have to clean it up right away. And here's the recipe I decided to walk you through today. Spicy pickled carrots, you're going to need carrots, jalapenos, cloves, pepper flakes, 2 types of vinegar, sugar, and pickling salt. And pickling salt is just a non-iodized type of salt that you can buy anywhere. So, to get started, start boiling all your pots to sterilize your jars and lids. Take the rings, put them in a different pot, and if you don't have a canning rack, you can make one like I did out of jar rings and twist ties, because I'm poor. Pack all your peeled carrots, jalapenos, and peppers in a jar, and then get your vinegars, sugars, and salts ready to cook. Dissolve all those, and take the liquid back and pour it into the jars. Put Put your get your magnet on a stick, put your tops and rings on the jars, and put them in your boiling water pot for 15 minutes. In Cheyenne, you always need to adjust for altitude because we all know we don't live at sea level. 6,000 feet or above, you're going to need to add 15 minutes to any time, they say. Now, once you're done, 30 minutes on your carrots, you can take them out of the boiling water, place on a towel on the kitchen table to dry for a day. You can sit there, they'll stare at you, you can stare at them, but you can't eat them yet. You're going to need to check the seals on the jars in 24 hours. If you can push it down, you need to eat it right away, but if you can't, that's safe to store in a cool, dry place. You can remove the rings. You want to remove the rings because you can tell when you go to open it if it's got if the seal blew or if a bunch of bacteria has contaminated your goods. Thank you very much.